Good morning. Welcome to the Turtle Journal for our weekly Facebook and YouTube paper crafting live. This morning, I want to do a little project with you guys. I haven't got a specific use in mind yet for this project, but I made this little folio yesterday, and I thought it would be fun to do one this morning with you on my video and just hang out for a bit and say, hey, and what are you guys up to? And how is everybody? I hope you are all well. The winter season is certainly upon us, hey, and I don't know what's happening in your neck of the woods, but man, everybody is falling ill a lot around my family and people I know. Lots of people are really unwell with bugs and all sorts of stuff. So I hope you guys are well. I'm definitely struggling with some throat something or other, but it's just minor compared to what a lot of other people seem to be with some shocking bugs at the moment. So let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching on the replay later on, leave me a comment. Let me know you stopped by to say hello. Let's make a project like this. I'm not going to make it exactly like this because I was, making it up as I went along, and I'll do the same thing with you guys now as well. And the reason I wanted to make a little folio sort of from envelopes specifically, like that I will use, I'm not sure what I'll use it for yet. Maybe scraps, maybe stickers. I don't know. Do you guys have some ideas? What could I use this for? This one I sort of don't mind, but I'm not 100% happy with it. But I like the concept and I love the colors. So I have used the 49 Market charcoal papers and teal papers in this folio. But the reason I decided to make something like this is because I was packing some orders yesterday, and I often see my giant box of envelopes in my garage. So this is a lot of envelopes. This is far too many envelopes for one person to have. And I just accumulate them. You guys probably have something as well that you tend to accumulate. I don't even know why I keep them or buy them for that matter. I should probably just throw a heap of these in the recycling. So I thought I need to make something with some of these envelopes. So that's why I decided to make a little folio purely from envelopes, just to use up some of those that I have there. I have so many of them. So I was looking at some envelopes this morning, working out what I want to put sort of in what order and stick them in what position that then ends up being, a fold or a flap or a tuck spot or something. I've got different sized envelopes as well. And then I pulled out my white cardstock to use, because I used some white cardstock in this one yesterday. The front's an envelope, but this part here at the back is white cardstock. But that just seems silly, like to use regular cardstock when I literally have plenty of paper just in the form of envelopes here to use. So I'm not going to get out my white cardstock today. That seems over the top when I have a pile of white paper here. It's just in the form of envelopes. So I'm going to start putting some bits and pieces together and decide how I want this to fold out and sort of be presented or used. And I think I'm sort of going to have this as the front. This is upside down for you guys. And then it opens, and that is a little tuck spot envelope. And then I think I'm going to stick, what was I thinking? I need to stick this part maybe here. So it's a smaller envelope. So then that folds out again, and then there's another part here. This just becomes a panel in the middle, and it can close in on itself and then close in on itself. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to tidy up the back here so I can stick something over the back. Good morning, Wendy. Nice to see you. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're well, Wendy. Just saying how sick everybody is in our neck of the woods at the moment. Excuse me, kitty cat. So I don't know if I'll need this envelope or not. I'll see how we go. That might be a bit too many. This could go crazy. Hey, you could like start attaching bits and pieces all over the place. This could get giant if I make it. Oh, that's a good idea. Great idea, Wendy. Yes, start with the envelopes you already have and then make a card for that to fit that size. That's such a good idea. Because envelopes can be tricky to buy as well with sizes. Like, I know there's lots of different names for them, and I sometimes get confused with what size envelope actually goes with the card that fits it as well. So that's a great idea. Start with the envelope you've got and then cut your card to match it. So I'm going to start off by this middle panel here, which could be cardstock, is just an envelope because I have, like I said, so many of them. I thought any bit of paper this needs will be an envelope. So I could close that and stick it closed, but it doesn't matter because it's going to have paper stuck over the back anyway. So first of all, I have to concentrate doing this. First of all, let's put some glue here and then stick it straight onto there, and that will become the middle. All right, you need to move, Kat. You're going to knock my camera or my cup of tea or something. Go somewhere else. All right, I'm going to put some glue along the edge here, and let's start with that and see how we go. I've also been hanging out to do a project just to use the papers, the charcoal papers from 49 Market. And now I've added too much glue. That's okay. It'll be okay when I do the back. I'm just going to end up sticking it to the self-healing mat. I've been hanging out to use the papers from 49 Market for a few weeks, and I just hadn't got around to it. So I thought this was a good chance to use the teal and charcoal paper pack as well, because I really like it, but I hadn't just got around to a project yet. So okay, there's 2 envelopes now stuck with the flaps on the outside, and that will fold in like that. Let's do the back first, hey, maybe because this is going to have a bit of glue and a bit of muck sort of that's going to stick on my board. So let's tidy up the back here first. This is one thing about this as well that's great is you can use, like if you have a pack of paper, I didn't even look yesterday when I was pulling out the sheets, really. I just grabbed sheets and stuck them on because they're all from the matching pack. So this came together a lot faster than I had thought it would. Where did I even put the papers? Here they are. And then as well, I cleaned up my papers too. I've been on it, guys. I don't know. I'm proud of me. You proud of me? I've been cleaning up. So I also cleaned up my little scrap paper collection as well. This is probably very small. I'm known to the very small scrap paper collection compared to some of the incredible collections you guys have. But yeah, I was cleaning out this as well. So I not only made a little folio yesterday, I also cleaned out all of my scrap papers too. So I was on it. I was feeling super inspired and super, decluttering, rearranging stuff. It was great. So this is the teal paper pack, and they're all double-sided. And this one here is the charcoal paper pack, which are also double-sided. Oh, wow, that dark. I love that dark. That's fantastic. Let's put a dark one on the back of this. I'm not even going to properly trim it. I'm going to stick it straight down, and then I'll trim around it. Oh, no, I'm not. Am I? Oh, I'll have to do that. I was going to ink it as well. Now, I'm really losing the plot today. That's okay. But this one, I'm not going to worry about inking it. I'll ink it afterwards. Folios are a really popular project to make. I know that they're, people love to use folios. I'm going to use my scalpel for that. What do you guys use a folio? What would you use in your folio or put inside your folio? I could use it to collect some ephemera in it. Would be a bit cute. I saw somebody do a gift with a folio once, which I thought was adorable. And it was a little bit smaller than this sort of size. It was sort of a miniature folio. And they filled it with tea bags. So it was a cute little, might have been for Mother's Day. I can't remember. But it had tea bags in it, in all the little bits and pieces and spots. I thought that was a really cute idea for a folio, if you could fill it up with tea bags and stuff. I thought it was cute. All right, using the scalpel was a bit risky there. That's going to go inside. All right, once I cover this up, I think it'll be okay. I'm going to use some fabric tape as well because it's just so sturdy. So it's nice and flexible. It's literally fabric that's sticky. So it's exactly how it sounds. Fabric tape is fabric that's sticky. So like washi, it's very forgiving. It's repositionable like washi, but it's just so durable. Like it's super, super strong because it's fabric. So you can't tear this stuff. Like you cannot rip it. It's just magical. I love the 49 Market fabric tape. It's perfect for this sort of project. So I'm actually going to put some here to reinforce the bit that I've potentially cut through. And also it will sort of sit a little bit inside, maybe if I can get it to the inside wonder if it's going to sit inside. Let me try. Try and cut a straight edge before I start. I haven't made a project with you guys on camera for ages. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I tend not to plan these out a whole lot. It tends to be a little bit on the fly. And then any dramas will can work through together. All right, I wonder if I can tuck this in without ripping the envelope. This is a little bit of a backwards way of going about this step, but that's okay. So reinforce that theme now. I'm happy with that. I like that. So now that's super secure, and that's not going to go anywhere with that fabric tape. Should I put another piece? I might put another piece here as well, just while I'm at it, on the other envelope. And because I'm sticking it down, it holds like it's tacky, so it holds like a masking tape really lightly. So I can stick it and then I can trim it and lift it up again, and it's going to come up really easily. It's not going to leave any damage or anything. It's quite remarkable fabric tape. Great. Okay, perfect. I love this. This is great. So that's going to be, I'm going to be able to leave that bit open. So you'll see that shaped like a little envelope opening. So that's going to be the little spots you can tuck in. So I'm going to put a panel right in the middle. This bit I will choose because I want this to be the fanciest one. Hello, Caroline. All the stars have aligned. It's worked out just perfectly today. All right, let's see. I want something that's cute, but I feel like I want something a little more dramatic than that. I might have used my most dramatic piece already. Those butterflies I keep. That's what I need. I need something like that. That's what I need. And I will ink this. I need to remember to ink this before I go and stick it down. I'm going to leave a slight wide edge. It just makes it easier to cut. And I'm just going to use a pencil to mark it and then just go with that rather than doing exact measurements with a ruler. So make that pretty obvious there and there. This trimmer is hideous from Spotlight. I think I've complained about this trimmer before. There's the line. And my favorite trimmer is, the blade is so blunt, like beyond blunt. So I've ordered some new blades for it. So I'm using my little backup. Not so much in love with trimmer, but it's okay. How good is black ink when you cut an edge of paper just to really cover up that white that's sort of a bit exposed, especially on thick paper. Like 49er marker paper is really, really thick, really nice luxurious paper. So it's got a pretty obvious little white edge, and you can get such a cool effect. I love it. I love to use distress ink on the edge of stuff. I don't know that you ever go wrong. I don't think you can ever go wrong with putting distress ink on something. A little bit like glitter glue. Also can never go wrong with that either. I'm going to be like super professional and use my double-sided tape, which I rarely get out. I just love to just grab a glue stick and just do it that way. But let's use some double-sided tape. This is the double-sided tape I bought back from Japan, which you guys bought. That sold out. That was the quickest thing I reckon that you guys bought. It was gone in days, the double-sided tape. It is so nice to use. Like it is not a chore at all to use that fabric, that double-sided tape. Drop rubbish all over the floor. Are you guys a clean crafter or messy crafter? Who likes to just dump everything around them as they're working, and who likes to have like a little bin near them to clean up? I definitely prefer to have a little bin nearby. It makes my eyes twitch when I chuck rubbish on the floor. All right, I love this already. This is going to look so cute. I need to keep this on my desk somewhere. Maybe I could keep receipts in it for work, like work receipts perhaps. Okay, so that's the center panel done. And then the little one will fold in and then the outside closes. And then the back, we've put a piece on already just to try and help the back along. All right, and then the next step will just be the other sections. And I'm going to do them blue because of the black fabric tape. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to use those butterflies. That is very pretty. Just trying to chuck it over to the bin, Wendy. End up missing it sometimes. I know it can be really part of the creative process for some people. You know, like sort of being creative and just throwing things here, there, and everywhere is part of the process. So it can be part of what you're doing. Hey, if you're a bit that way inclined, I'm my sort of personality, because I'm a little bit more, I love planning and organization. I guess I'm probably more type A like that. I probably feel happier when I know the rubbish has just landed in the bin. And a little bit of ink goes such a long way with distressing, doesn't it? This is like you can have a pad of distressing. It can last you years, even if you use it a lot. So there you go. All right, I've done the edges, and you can let's darken this up, paper fun. So the thing one thing I love about distressing is then we can really, really darken it up. You can go super dramatic. This is going to look super intense if we darken up those edges. What's that effect called? Vinaigrette? No, that's the wrong word. But there's an effect that this is called where you bring in the outside, the scope, so that it's dark on the outside. It draws your attention right to the center. I know that's a word for that, and I don't know what that effect is called. It does have a name. There. So I like that. So I've really brought that in a little bit. It could go super darker, of course. You go really intense. But I don't want to overpower the blue too much. The blue is what I love about this. The teal is kind of the hero. Looks so pretty. Okay, let's add this bit. I'll use my tape again. Oh, and that was the cover. I didn't realize. That's another thing I love about these paper packs. If you can use the cover, they give you something, like there's nothing wasted in the 49er Market Pattern paper packs. My end of financial year sale ends this weekend too, guys. In case you haven't grabbed yourself something for 30% off yet from my sale, it's been running for a few weeks. So it's ending this weekend. So it's going to end before the 30th of June. Just because the cost to advertise this time of year are astronomical. So the cost to advertise the sale are increasing as the month goes on. And lots of brands have gone on sale already or are starting their sales this week. So I think through next week, the costs are going to be crazy high. So my sale ends this weekend, and the 49er Market Pattern paper packs are, of course, part of that sale. So if you haven't grabbed yourself some crafty bits and pieces for 30% off, make sure you do that before the weekend. I think I'll use a little flower one next to it. That's cute. No, I'm going to use that. That's cute. All right, am I going to try and scoop that out? Yes, I think I will. Will I? Maybe. Let's cut it first and then I'll decide. I think I probably will try and scoop it out a bit. I'll cut this first. Sounds like a horse galloping through my house. Okay. Take a little bit more. I want to cut a bit out of here, I reckon. I'm going to measure it, or am I going to wing it? No, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use what I cut, an offcut from yesterday. That's what I'll do. This is an offcut from yesterday. It's a bit deeper. The scoop's a bit deeper, but I can make it work, I reckon. This is such a great base project to then go and add a heap of other stuff onto. Like this is a basis for a project, the folio. There you go. I'm sure you have all seen the videos on YouTube and different creators. You can go a bit like nuts with it. You can turn it into a mixed media project, and you can start adding different mixed mediums and pastes and inks and 3D embellishments and really heavy ribbons and all sorts of stuff to make it super chunky. Or you could go and add some stickers to it, or even some glitter glue, or some liquid pearls or something as well, or some shimmer pearls. Like you could add some really pretty. Oh no, I cut it too far. Oh, it's okay. It's fixable. I'll put some tape under there, I reckon. No, do I want to put tape under there? What do I want to do? I want to. I know. I'll put some tape on there and something else. Oh, that's perfect, Wendy. That's so lovely. That's such a great idea. Oh, that's so nice. I'm not going to use that. That's not going to work the way I think it is. I love that idea, Wendy. That's beautiful. All right. No, I will do that. I think a complete freeze. I'm going to fold it over. Look, let's just do it. I'm just going to do it. Let's just do it. Let's just cut it so I can fold it in easier. Like gift wrapping this step. Here we go. All right, this is going to work. Okay. I've got it. Problems. Am I still here? Am I gone? Am I frozen? Oh, it's pretty unstable, isn't it? I think I've lost everybody. Butterflies. Oh, for sure. More butterflies. Yes, I could absolutely need more butterflies. I've got butterfly stickers, of course. Could absolutely add butterfly stickers or cut some of the butterflies from the card. The happenstance of getting this wrong and scooping my little my card there a bit too deep, that it was going to show up too much of the white, is adding some fabric tape now to this flap here. The bonus of that I've now done inadvertently is I've just reinforced that edge a bit, so it's going to be a bit sturdier. So I could have done that on this side as well, which would also be a good idea because it reinforces that flap more. So I'm actually not unhappy about that mistake at all. So now that's just a little bit more reinforced. It'll just be a bit sturdier with things sliding in and out. So that's actually a good thing. So it worked out okay. I reckon once you've got this sort of project made once, if you have a lot of envelopes, like I obviously have a mountain of envelopes, you can roll a heap of these out in quite a short period of time. They would make, that makes the cutest gift ever, Wendy. That's such a nice idea. And it's something people can keep and use to keep other bits and pieces in, which is really cute as well. It's so nice. So you could have a little mini version of this. Would be cute as a little first aid kit. Could have like I said, like tea and things in it. You could have nail clippers and scissors that would sort of be kept nice and safe in your handbag or something. Or sitting in the back of your journal that you collect receipts and scraps for junk journaling and stuff in as well. Okay, great. I'm happy with that. Let's put a piece now on these parts of the card, of the envelope. And I'm going to use black. I'm going to use the charcoal papers for that. And I'm going to use I'm going to use a pretty muted, yeah, I'm going to do some light, really light ones. Let's use that nice marbly. Now let's make them match. Let's do them the same. Why not? Let's do that. I'm just going to mark it with a pencil just inside again so I can ink it and then stick it on. There's me using, actually measuring it out with a ruler or anything. I like that. And then the other side, same. So mark it just inside with a pencil. So we've got a bit of an edge so the ink will show. And then I probably would ink the whole project as well when it's done. And ink around the whole lot. So all the white envelope edging also gets muted a little bit and got a bit of black ink washed all over it. Now I am going to ink these because I meant to do it with this bit here and I forgot. These would make the perfect little backdrop as well for a really incredible hero sticker or something. If you have some really beautiful sticker that you just have like been saving for a special occasion, because I'm sure some of you do that. I certainly do that. Save them for a special occasion. If you have a sticker you've been saving for a special occasion, then this sort of panel kind of would make the perfect opportunity for using a special sticker you have been saving. I'm going to glue it with glue stick with this one because, oh, that's pretty. Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to use that. Yeah, change my mind. I like that side. I'm going to use that instead. Maybe. Let's just check and see if it's going to show up upside down. I should probably check before I stick it on whether the image on here, whether these cute little flowers and butterfly are going to be upside down. And then maybe I won't use it. Let's see. All right. Goes this way. Let me do it facing you guys. Goes this way and that folds in, which means that needs to stick there like that. It does work. Okay, let's use that side. That's adorable. Or that side. Oh, I like them both. No, I'm going to use the dark side. No, I'm not. I'm using the lighter one. Use the light one. Use the lighter one. Okay. Cute. I like that. And then the last bit for the front cover, not the front cover. Oh, is this the front? It is the front cover. Oh, I didn't think that through very well, did I? It is the front cover. I get so excited about the inside of it. No, see, now I need to swap my paper. I was off in La La Land and I was not thinking, I'm going to swap it for blue as well now because I wanted a blue cover. This is my front. Okay. It needs to be a little more dynamic for the front. All excited about the inside. The butterflies are cute and the flowers are cute too. I've probably used just about every pattern that comes in this set. I still feel like there we go. I haven't used that yet. Yeah, right. I sort of have to feel like I do talk constantly on these lives with you guys because I feel like I think it would be weird if I'm not talking, but I am just like stream of consciousness. All my thoughts are coming out. Okay. There we go. All right, I'll cut this a bit more because I've got a little bit hasty with the lead pencil. It'll be covered up anyway. Look at this trimmer. See, this is why I can't stand this trimmer, guys. This is my battle with this trimmer. Drives me bananas. I've already returned it once and got a replacement. And I'm thinking it's not me, and it's Fisker's fault. There we go. Okay, now let's ink it and then stick it down. Could totally make a heap of tags with the scraps. Hey, this gives you quite a few little, like, nicely sized scraps, like a handy collection of scraps that are actually quite a useful size. Like, these are quite handy little bits to keep. I'm certainly not going to get rid of those. These would make great belly bands, and they'd make great tags. They'd be cute to attach to tea bags as well if you're going to make a little gift and put some tea bags in a folio. But these are nice. I love these scraps. These are totally going in my little collection because they're such a useful little size. Could do a little patchwork with these scraps as well. That's one thing that's great when you're working with sort of consistent shapes, is you get some really handy scraps that become quite versatile to use. Here we go. Last piece, and then project finished. Well, the basis is finished, and then you could decorate it however you want. But if you have envelopes hanging around, use them as cardstock. Use them as paper. Don't go cutting up bits of cardstock you have to get the right sizes. Like Wendy said, she makes the card to match the envelope. Grab whatever envelopes you have out and make the folios to match whatever you already have around. I love it. Done. I absolutely will ink all around the edge of this. Yeah, so good. Hey, Wendy. Yeah, for sure. This is finished. They totally need something here. The one I made yesterday looks a little more complete because I used such a pretty patterned bit of paper. This one probably could do with something to finish it off, which I won't do right now, but the options are limitless of how you could add to the front of this and finish it off. And that's the folio, just from some envelopes. The fabric tape is a godsend. I could have just used washi, and I thought about that yesterday, but in thinking about it, once I pulled the fabric tape out, it just makes such good sense with this sort of project. That is so sturdy, and that becomes such a great spine. If you make your own junk journals and things as well, fabric tape is incredible for that very thing. It's just so durable. Remember, it is actually fabric that's sticky. So any way you sort of think fabric would be good to use, then fabric tape is also good. And then the little mistake of scooping this out a little bit too much, then some fabric tape here. Now it makes this really flexible and durable as well. I'm not going to worry that I'm going to rip that at all. I'm really happy with how this came together. I hope you guys love it, and I will ink all around. Let me ink the front just to give you an idea, more of a finished edge to it all. And then I'm going to say goodbye and quickly go get a tissue. My throat is like desperately need to cough, and I need to go find a tissue. There, just to knock back that white, which is probably a bit too stark for this sort of project. Done. So it's a little envelope folio. Who knows what size? This depends what envelopes had lying around. If you had even littler envelopes, how adorable. And I could totally add an envelope in here as well, like a really nice, what are they called? Like those money note ones. I know they have a name. The more long, skinny ones would look really cute. And there is another little tuck spot, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's now the basis for adding some decorations and embellishments to it, and kind of your imagination can go anywhere with this. But I don't think it looks unfinished. Like, if you wanted to leave it sort of like this, it is perfectly beautiful and usable. Like, it doesn't need a whole lot more to it, except maybe just something in the front here. But you could go a bit nuts and add heaps more stuff and make it really, really elaborate and pretty and really filled out. But I don't think it looks unfinished like this. I'm actually really happy with it. It sort of goes with my minimalist sort of crafty style. And yeah, I just love it. I love how it opens and closes. I'm super tactile. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I need to do something, Wendy, don't I? I have to put something on the front, and I do want to do some other little bits and pieces to it. I'll have to share maybe next Tuesday. I'll get to finishing it off and let you know. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, everybody. Have a lovely Tuesday, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you guys next time.